Welcome back, everybody. It is the 2023 Derby City Classic. This is the one pocket division between Justin Hall and Billy Thorpe. Round 6. Neither player has a loss. I am your host, Scott Frost, aka the Freezer. And do us a quick favor. Go ahead and go to Railbirds TV on YouTube. Give them a like, and if you can, subscribe. They're doing a lot of good things for pool, and it's awesome to see another stream at the Derby City Classic for the tournament. Justin Hall to break the balls. This is a race to 3. Neither player has a loss. I would call this match about as close as it gets on paper. Justin maybe a slight favorite on paper. And we will notice here that he has broke the balls quite well. Notice the 3 is low, the 9 is high. Therefore, this causes problems for Billy right out of the gate. He's looking at that 4-ball combination on the 5. He might have an option to kick below the 3. Is he going at the combination? Oh, he has, and he got a good kiss on the 13. He was scratching 2 in the side. Well, Billy Thorpe starts off with no fear. Let's take a look at this again. Watch the 5. Pretty clean. Hit the lower end of the pocket, but he knew it was going. Yeah, Billy Thorpe immediately in attack mode, running the balls. He's playing for 6 now. He's going to come up to the 11, and he wants some type of an angle. Doesn't want to get flat on this, and he has gotten flat on this. He wanted an angle to come into the 4 or towards the 4, towards the 9. So that might slow him down a bit. I think if he takes another second or two to really look at where he needs to get there, he wouldn't be in this predicament. See what he can do. I don't believe he can stun. Looks like he's going to stop. That's what he's done. See what he's got here. I think he's got to bank the 9 into the 3 and probably stop. You want to make sure you keep Justin covered on the 2. Oh, he's done well. Oh, he's actually lucked the 8-ball in, but is it luck? Is it really luck? I mean, he knew a lot of things were going that direction, and it happens in the game quite a bit. So I don't know that I would call it luck. I think he made a good shot. Let's take another look. Catches the top side of the 3 here. The 8 goes off the 2. I guess that's lucky. But like I said, he knew he was moving those balls his way. Coming up for the 2 next. Now he does want an angle again. Okay, he made sure to get his angle this time. Playing for the 4-ball next. 1 rail over. Like to stay above this 4. Oh boy, I like punching out 1 rail over for him. So I'm kind of surprised he played it like that. He's playing for 1. So this is okay. He's a huge favorite to make this bank. And what a game. Billy Thorpe to take game 1 off of Justin's break. So that's a dagger into the heart. See how Justin can recover from that. Both players with no loss. I am not surprised. I will mention that Greg Sullivan, Diamond. Oh, let's look at this replay again. Yeah, I mean, he did lose the cue ball a little bit, but, I don't know. I just can't call that luck. They have tightened these pockets up to 4 1/4. Ooh, got a bad kiss there. And Justin's got a couple options, but he's really got to be conscious of the fact I don't think he can bank at the 8 to make it. The issue with that is that nothing else goes in his pocket. So the risk versus the reward is just not there. I think he's got to play the 8 towards the stack. 2 rails, the cue ball 2 rails into the stack maybe. And that's what he's elected to do. He's done fairly nice. He'd like to have opened something up a little bit more on his side. Billy in attack mode. He is immediately got down on the green 6. I would consider the 14, but the 6 is okay, as good as he banks. Did he get it there? Yeah, cheap gas, which is hard to come by this day and age. And Justin would like to be able to cross this 6 over to his side, or at least, and then sweep the stack, but he just doesn't have the angle. It didn't end up too bad. Might take a look at that 10 as well. Is he playing this one rail? Oh, he almost got the perfect little graze off that 6. Still pretty good. Keeping the pressure on Justin, and you could tell from the very first shot of this match that that was the mindset that Billy was in, and I can't fault him in these short races to 3. You can't wait around for your opportunity. You've got to make your opportunity. Shot. Oh, I like this shot. Going to the stack here. Yeah, I really like that decision. Hit it a hair firm, but really a really sound play right there. See if Billy stays in attack mode, and I think he is. I think he's going to bank this 12 or stripe, 14 straight back. Oh, he's 2 railed it. Wow. That's what Billy Thorpe does. Look at this hit, folks. What a shot. So you'd think the 2 railer was tougher than this 6, but for some reason, at least for me, this 6 is kind of like a blind ball. He's going to play the cue ball. I think speed is the key here. You want to keep it close. Yeah. He was trying to do a little more. Let's take a look at the 2 railer. It almost looks like it comes off the point, but it doesn't. It just misses the point. And that's what Billy Thorpe's probably the best in the world at, is by the rail. Great replay there. Justin eyeing down that 13. There's something he doesn't like about it. It's probably the 12. Yeah. Very passive shot, but I don't know what else he could do. Once again, I think he wanted to open something up more on his side. You'll notice the 15 and 7 are basically tied up. It doesn't help him. You better hit that one. You don't want to leave this Justin Hall anything cross corner, because he will shoot, and he is accurate. At one point, in my opinion, I think Justin was the best bank pool player in the world for the money. So he's looking up table. That tells me that the 13 might not be as good as I think it is. He's got a gamble here.
Curtis Thornton, table 2. Curtis
Oh boy,
Thornton,
it's
table 2.
is it hard enough?
You're on the clock.
It's not. He actually hit it great too. He opened up the 15 to pass by the 7. So that was kind of unfortunate. He overcut it just a hair, the bank, and it held up. Billy looking at the 6, and he's looking to see where he can get. I don't know what the 9-2's looking like. I know it's makeable, but I don't know if that's the next ball. If the 7 goes, then he definitely wants to come around to that side. Yeah, so this all, he didn't want to get on the
Peter
rail.
Lau to table 15. Peter Lau to table 15.
So this is tight, obviously. That's why the rail doesn't help you. Anytime in a scenario like this, you probably want to be off the rail 3 to 6 inches or more. Oh, and he's made the ball, but he's kind of gotten an unfortunate kiss going the wrong direction. I don't know if he's cut off from making this 13 or not. It's tough to tell. I believe the 15 does shorten up and it does bank. I don't know that he wants to do that with a 3-0 lead in balls, but he might be forced to. He doesn't like it. He'd have to stiffen that ball up quite a bit, it looks like, because of the 9. And notice he just came around and counted how many balls he's got, because that's a big factor in this shot. He's taking a whack at it. Oh, he had an option to play. Yeah, I just didn't know what he was going to do with the cue ball if he tried that because the angle was so steep. He's left Justin this 10. It's pretty flat, meaning straight. Justin has 2 now, thanks to Mr. Thorpe. I don't know how he can get there with the cue ball. This angle shows that he's got a bit more angle, but the harder you hit this ball, the easier it is to miss this ball. I wouldn't fault him for just following forward and coming down and trying to land on some type of a bank, maybe on the 2, maybe on the 4, into something. Just get this knocked down. Oh, he force followed it. Man, he hit it nice. What a nice hit that was. Both of these guys look like they've come to play. And you can see why they're both in round 6 without a loss. The only concern about this that I'm looking at right now is if he cuts at the 11, I don't know if he can hold the cue ball. And that's what he's looking at right now. He might be able to get above the 4 and leave himself a cut on the 9. He might be able to hold for the 8. Sometimes I can't see the angle as clearly as well as they do. Oh, he decided to come all the way around just because of that. And how did he do? Nice, nice, nice. Now he'll draw in front of the 9. Hit it a little firm, but he's okay. He can cut at the 9 now, and it's kind of free. Playing for 3, kind of free. Not, not real free though. Oh, he's hit it well. He's landed on the rail again. I believe he's got to play the 8 here and try and hit the gap with the 5, meaning just stay a little below it. Level out here. Center cue ball. He's decided to just go straight into the 4, and that tells you how Justin Hall is feeling. And to take game number 2 will be JH. So he has cracked Billy's break, and Billy has cracked Justin's break. That's always a sign of some fun. I am your host, Scott Frost, aka the Freezer. We are in round 6 of the Derby City Classic in the 1 pocket division. They've done a lot of great things for this tournament. I think one of the biggest improvements is tightening these pockets up to 4 1/4. You can play rotation games, you can play bank games, and you can definitely play 1 pocket. At 4.5-inch pockets, as history's repeated itself, it makes things a lot tougher to play 1 pocket. It's almost like you're not really even playing the game. It's more to whoever just gets at the first shot and you lose the game. Justin Hall to break. He's missed the kiss this time, done much better. Now look at those 4 balls, the 11, 5, stripe, stripe. Billy's going to take a look at him. If you remember, game number 1, he had the 5 ball combination. I believe it was the 5 ball combination. If not, it was 4 balls. I immediately see at least one way to get out of this break, and that would be to cross the 14 over back towards where the cue ball is. Play the cue ball 1 rail underneath the 6, unless you think you can freeze him on the 6. But the problem is you want to defend against that 1 ball. Yeah, I think that's the right way to play it. That way you leave no air. Justin might kick at these, or just graze off the 2 and put him in the stack. Keep protection on the green 6. He's done very well. Nicely done. When you're shooting a shot like that, guys, you're just trying to feather the object ball. Typically, the thinner you hit the object ball, the less English you need. So you can control that shot with a center cue ball. Really comes down to speed and the point at which you hit the object ball. Don't get carried away with using English when it's not needed. Billy's got a few problems here. One of them is the 2. So if he elects to take a foul, he's going to have to get behind the 6. I didn't want to hit that going in. This is a big swing in game number 3. Can Justin reach this 6? He is way out there, but he's going to get on the 2. what is to follow? The 13? A 4 and 13 combination? Looks like that's what he's going to next. It's just hard to tell what angle that lays at. I feel like he's got to cut the 14 a little bit. I mean, excuse me, the 4. Now here, if this ball is close to wired, I'm slapping that stack with speed. A lot of speed. Oh, well, he saw it much better than I did, and that's probably why I'm here and he's there. Playing for 5. Yeah, he didn't want to get below the 7. I think he's going to be okay. Notice the 10 close to Billy's pocket. It's always a thought in the player's mind deep down. So what is he thinking? Okay, so here's what I think he's thinking. If he went into the bottom of the 3 and didn't have a shot on the 8, could he bank the 10? That's what he's thinking. But I think he'll get a shot on this 8 ball. And he has. He's playing for 3. If he can get up to this 1 and carry an angle, he'll be able to drop down on the 15. Even if he doesn't carry an angle, he can drop down for the bank. But he's got a nice angle. Playing for 2. He's really made a nice out here so far. He's feeling good. I think he's coming around. Oh yeah, he's feeling good. Playing for 1 in game number 3. Billy, give him that. It's not the easiest shot on the planet, but very kind of Mr. Thorpe. I don't know that either one of these players have made any type of big error. So it's been a great match so far. After the start of game number 1, I didn't expect Justin Hall to win 2 in a row quickly, and he has. Billy Thorpe to break. I am your host, Scott Frost, the Freezer. Ooh, nice rub. Nice break. This might slow Justin down for a split second. Then again, it might not. I can't tell if he can see enough of the 2 to do anything with it. I don't think he can. I think the 15 has him covered for about 3/4 of the ball. I'm just trying to look at his options. Nothing is pointing out at me or standing out at me. Yeah, he's shaking his head a little bit. This is a tough position to be in, especially after losing 2 quick games. Or excuse me, sorry, Justin's up 2-1, but this is still a very tough spot to be in, and he could lose 2 quick games if he makes a mistake here, as Justin's done to Billy. He's really got to pay attention to what happens here. So he's looking to. Boy, this is a very difficult shot. Drawing off the 1, trying to get below the 9. He's drawn in between the 9 and 2, and he has not gotten there. And Billy Thorpe with a chance to tie this match up to a piece. Really important to pick out your run and see where you want to get to on your next shot. It's okay. I think he played to do that, playing the combination. Yeah, he's kind of got the wrong angle here. I like going to the 10 next. I really can't fault him for almost even stopping or punching up just a hair to bank the 10 next, because that's really the only ball threatening him at the moment. So take care of the 15, play bank position on the 10 to come up for the 14. He can draw all the way out if it's available. Okay, that's what he's elected to do. He's hit it perfect. So that tells me that the 7 might pass. Let's take a look from the straight on view here and see if, okay, he's trying to go into the 4. Nice and easy. He's done perfect. He's caught the 4 very full. So now Billy playing for 4. This has just been a run out fest on these 4 1/4 inch pockets. Going to the 7 next or the 3? Yeah. He's playing for 3. I don't know that he can get to the 5. He can cut the 7. But what does he shoot next? He could kick it to 10 as well and play the cue ball behind the 8. I don't think he's going to turn this 7 ball down. I just don't know if you want to spin this and try and get position on the 3, or if you would just want to make sure you make the ball and center chop it. Is there a bank available? The bank looks tough. It looks like there's a kiss in this cross on the 10. Yeah, he's chosen to play the 7. I just don't know if he wants to spin this or if he's going to hit it flat. Center ball. Okay, he's elected to spin it. He has got it down. He's immediately going to the 10. I would look at the 3 here. I think that, okay. I mean, I can't fault him for playing a defensive shot. But I felt like the 3 carried an angle to get behind the 10, especially if you just put a little drag on it or a slow punch. You just don't want to let Justin Hall knock this bank in with that 3 also available. Once again, I would probably at least take a look at the 3. He's going to kick and stick. Okay. Very well done. Very well done. Justin's looking at the long rail bank, seeing if he can get his cue ball over. Looks pretty thin. He's going to have to hit it nice. Tough to control both of these balls, I think. But if anybody can do it, it's Justin. Yeah, and that's the problem with the shot. It was steep to begin with. So you feel like you've got to get a lot out of it. And players tend to overcut that bank, even though they shouldn't. It's just something that happens. It's going to go into the 6 here. Oh, he's kind of landed in no man's land. Playing for one. I might consider giving him that ball. Okay, it was out more than I initially thought. Justin's in a world of trouble this game. Billy Thorpe needs one. Justin needs them all. I think we're destined for a hill match, and it's been a great match so far. Both of these guys seem to be playing very well. Justin doesn't want to do anything with the 6, 10, or 8 because he needs all the balls, right? So he's trying to avoid disturbing any of those balls, including the 13 and 5. He didn't have a lot. I can't really fault him for what he tried. He tried to stick him on the 5. These balls will be removed. Oh, that's worst case scenario that the 10 followed in. Justin's going to take a whack at the 8 for sure. Try and get himself somewhat back in this game. It is thin. Extreme right hand English. Ugh. He'd have liked to have caught that 3 full, in my opinion. So he's not on the rail. Combo must be laying good, though. So if that's the case, he's fine. Yes. Nice shot. Wants to carry an angle here so he can get up to the 6. And he's aware of that. He's done nice. Yeah, this is player preference. I like one rail, just one rail up. Yeah. He isn't going to be happy with that. He put a little inside on it that wasn't warranted. He immediately looking to take the long rail bank on. Oh boy, he's hit this nice. Little short. I'm surprised Billy's not entertaining the 3 here. You could chop that 3 with inside English with a little bit of speed and play your cue ball kind of in a Z formation and to a safe zone out there by the spot. Yeah, okay, that's what he's doing. Yeah, nicely hit. Here we go, folks. Hill. This is a race to 3. I am your host, Scott Frost, aka the Freezer. Justin Hall to break the balls. Wonder who everybody likes out there. I guess you've got to give it to the breaker, but in game number 1, that didn't work out so well. And you can see how quick a race to 3 can be amongst 2 good players. It's pretty interesting. And I think the level of one pocket has come up tremendously in the last decade and a half. Oh, he's caught that kiss again. He's gotten away with it. And that happens more often than not, where somebody will kiss that second or third ball and cue ball goes 2 rails into the pile. And it's devastating for the opponent. Fortunate for Billy, he can see this 7 ball. I like that selection. He wanted to hit the 1, but that's okay. He's kind of cut Justin off from being able to put him in the stack. That's why he went below the 6. He wanted to catch that a hair thinner, I think. Yeah, he's got a decision to make. Is he going to kick or play the 1? He's playing the 1, and he's just got to protect against the 6. Yeah, I think Justin can actually swing at this 6 ball. I think he can cross it one rail and go into the 5. I'll actually be surprised if he doesn't. Yeah, he's immediately eyed it down. How do you hit it? How did he hit it? And that's the only concern I had with the shot Billy shot is I knew that he had to protect against that 6. It was such a big ball. He's landed a little funny. He's got to cut at this 10. I think the 1 goes next, but I'm not positive. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's gone too far for that, so he's kind of in the midfield 50-50. Issue there is that shot was just tough enough where he had to put more focus on pocketing the ball than he could. He was kind of, he's kind of split up with his focus there. Wants to get this close to keep the pressure on Billy. He's done that. He's done the job. Yeah, let's take a look at this crossbank. Yeah, he's hit it great. You'll notice he used pretty much a straight high ball. As long as you're catching the 6 correctly, it will still take. English doesn't throw a ball. It's how you hit the object ball. Yeah, a little body movement there from Billy. He wanted to make that 7, kicking and sticking. He said, I figured it might have a chance, and that's possibly why the cue ball got loose. He drew the cue ball out because he wanted to hit it so hard to get the 7 there. Yeah, Justin's going to be at minimum elevated with the bridge here. That's going to hamper his opportunity to use English. I don't think that's going to be available, is it? Almost. Boy, can he reach that? That's crazy if he can do that. Okay, he could do that. He wanted to catch it a hair thicker to miss the 8. But I can't say much. He's done well. He's pocketed the ball. And I can't fault him for not using the bridge. They are not a player's favorite thing, unless you're maybe Alex Pagulayan or one of the Filipinos. Nice containing shot there. Wants to catch the 9 a little full. I think so. He opens it up to his side. I was gonna say I think Justin's gonna have a kick at this 5 though. The reason I say that is if you catch the 5 full or catch just a little bit of the top side of the 5, the cue ball is going to wedge up in there where the 3's at. He's going to protect his lead, and I don't fault him there either. He's got a 3-0 ball lead. I'm impressed with the way he's playing this match. I'm impressed the way they're both playing this match. They're both fighting hard. He's really not left a lot of air for Bill this game and the last few games. I mean, neither one of them have they've just played almost perfect pool. Oh, look at this. Doesn't want to hit it too hard. She's he's done quite well there. Justin's going to knock the 7 his side and stick him on the 5. And he's done well there. Great, great shots by both players right there, particularly Billy's. I would say these balls favor Billy right now. He might need to take a foul here. Just to lengthen the game out. The reason I say that is Justin has 3 balls, right? So if you can bring your opponent back a ball or two and then work on getting out of it, it's probably better. You're trying to just prolong the game. It's hill. He's really thinking about what to do here. I know he's considering taking a foul, and I think that's the right shot this inning, but he's going to have to figure out what to do going forward. He's going to phone a friend. And I forgot to tell you, in the rules at Derby this year, each match you get to phone one friend, but they've got to be 100 miles from the building or more. I'm just kidding. I am your host, Scott Frost, aka The Freezer, and we are here at the 2023 Derby City Classic, round 6. Neither of these guys have a loss, and it is hill. All right, Billy back to the table. Justin back as well. Billy's made up his mind, and he is going to take a foul. I might have taken a foul to the other side of the 5. That way I can maybe come 1 rail, 2 rails over behind the 1 and 8 or below the 8. But I think either side's okay. He might be able to do the same thing the other way. So Justin's aware of this, and he's electing not to take a foul. Boy, I can't blame him. That's well done. He really put the pressure on Billy. So Billy was hoping Justin took a foul behind him and come back to 2 balls instead of 3 in his ball count. And that didn't happen. So what's he done? He's left Billy long on the 9. And I can't blame him. I think that was actually a great decision. Billy eyeing down this 9 ball and looking to roll forward and get a bank on the 8. I know he's aware of the fact that missing the 9 could cost him the match. And I don't know if he wants to flirt with that right now. It's almost kind of in that spot, though, where you can't refuse it. I guess I would ask myself, am I a 50% or better to pocket this 9? If I am, I've got to shoot it. And I would say he's a 50% or better to pocket it as well, so I can't fault him. You've come this far. One of the reasons I'm saying that is just because of the position of these balls. If he does drop down enough, I think it's kind of free. He's looking at. Oh, he didn't want that 5 to come up. Yeah, I don't know. I can't fault him for shooting that, but I would have probably. I expected him to shoot the 9 there. It's funny what Hill will make you do sometimes when you're at the table versus a lower ball count or lower score. I think if the score is 2-1 or 1-1, shooting at the 9. This is a tough hit. He's going to pinch this with inside and try and come down past the 11, between the 9 and the 11. Get a positional shot on the 8. And he's overcut it. So it turns out Billy's decision was the right decision. Justin's way overcut that shot, and it's in my opinion the first real mistake that I've seen these guys make. Uh, I expected Justin to actually pocket that ball. He hits those very well, so that was a little surprising. He missed it by that far. He's human. The 13 passes. The 3 is obviously available, so let's see what he chooses to go to next. Okay, he wanted to get. I know. Well, you don't want to get flat. That angle was pretty steep. He wanted to guarantee himself a shot on the 11 versus getting stuck and having nothing. Can he get enough out of this to punch one rail out, or can he follow it? Okay, he had the angle to follow. Nicely done. Is the 7 going to cause him any problems here? You notice that bridge. He's got to elevate here. He's got to kind of about a quarter of a ball. He's got to get over on the 7, which is hampering what he wants to do. Because he'd like to be able to punch into those balls, I think. So he might want to consider drawing out one rail to the 3. Now he's going to punch forward. He's punched over the entire stack. What are the odds? Does he have a shot on the 8? Wow. Let's take another look at this. Oh, and I don't believe he does have a shot on the 8. No reason being is he could make the 8. I just saw the angle. You could make that 8, but the 4 really hampers him to swerve. It's close, but if the 4 isn't sitting right there, and obviously that's what held the cue ball, he might still be able to swerve a little bit. Okay, he's swerving. Oh, nice, nicely done. So it could have been a lot worse for him. Could have been a lot better. What do you do here? I think you've got to start sending them up table, right? playing the 2 into the 15 or playing the. I think you got to play the 2 here into the 15. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much all he had. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 balls apiece. Well, this match couldn't get any closer down to the wire. 3 balls apiece. He's going to shoot the 1 into the bottom of the 4. Send them both to his side. Cue ball down 1, 2 rails. Like so. Great speed. That could cause a problem. And notice how hard he had to hit that to get the cue ball back, but he's done great. Now the problem could be on Billy's end. Is he going to go into the 3? Very well. Very well done. A little firmer than he expected. Oh, he doesn't want that to come down. That could be a change in the game for sure. Billy's definitely attacking at this bank, and I would call him a heavy favorite to make it. Natural position on the 3. Oh, commentator Jinx. Seen a couple little mishaps, nothing major in game number 5. Well, I almost think you've really just got to remove that ball by his hole, whatever ball that is. If it's the 12, I think Justin has to kind of button it down a little bit here and wait for a real opportunity. Because I just don't feel like the 3 is that. That's what he's doing. Yeah, I can't fault him. Even if he gets a bank out of it, I can't fault Justin for shooting that. Is he looking to straight back the 3 and just play the cue ball? That's pretty tough. Cross the 13 over and get the cue ball back down to the rail. Yeah, that's nice. Wants a little bit more out of that cue ball. That's up. Justin gonna chip off the 12 and come 2 rails. Nicely done. There he was focused more on the object ball than he was the cue ball. Sometimes that's the way it is. See banking, yeah, he's just clipping off of this. Same shot as Justin pretty much, but he's focused on the cue ball as well, not just the object ball. Looking like we're headed towards a little bit of a wedge game.
I need Sky Woodward and Danny Olson to the tournament desk, please. Sky Woodward, Danny
Justin's
Olson.
Justin's containing the cue ball as well to keep Billy off the 2-ball bank. Coming back down to this bottom rail. A little weak. It's not going to hurt him. Coming off the 8 or the 2. I like the 8. Oh, very well done. It's important for Justin to get that cue ball down here now. Coming off the 2. Well done. Coming off the 3. And I'm thinking he's just going to hold the cue ball. Oh, he overcut it. Oof. Just missed the point. What do you do here? You coming off the 2, one rail down to the bottom rail? Or is he banking at it? Yeah. Boy, he hit it too full. I don't think he meant to catch it that full. No broken bones. I think he's okay. I couldn't quite tell what he was going to do there. Coming off the 1, very containing. I can't quite tell what he's coming off the 5, trying to put something on his side. Cue ball first, taking care of snow. Justin going to come off one of those balls there and keep the cue ball over there to keep Billy off of the long railer. Billy's pocket is the lower left. That's why Justin's not coming all the way down. I don't know that I would have faulted him for coming all the way down, though, due to where the 7 ball is. I don't think that Billy can do much with a long railer, even if the cue ball is on the bottom rail. The one and only Fedor Gorst on the left-hand side of your screen. Billy's waiting for him to shoot. Winner of the Banks this year, the Derby City Classic. Pretty unbelievable. Not surprised, just unbelievable, because he wins everything he plays in here in the States. Yeah, I might have put a little more focus. I'm not faulting him, and just put a little more focus into that cue ball every time. Really makes your opponent work, and it can wear them down. And I'm kind of surprised Justin continues to stay to the left side of the table there. I might try and bring him down to the center diamond and let him take the long rail bank, especially the way the 1, 5, and 7 lay. But he's really containing Billy. Putting the screws down, as we say. You get the sense that Billy's not in love with the up table game against Justin. There, now I get a sense he's okay with it, but he wasn't there for a moment. He was going to force something to open up. I like that decision. Justin looking to see if the 4 squeaks by. This is a little dangerous. You don't want to catch the 7. Yeah, tough hit there. I think Billy can one rail this 7, go into the 5. Yeah, he's concerned about hitting it a hair thick and selling something out. He wants that to run, really run. Justin might bank at this, or he could just come off the 1 and 4, lay him on the left side rail, the 1 or 4. Oof, 2 rails or 1? Yeah, it was very difficult. Good speed to get the 7 back down. Still has not left Bill pretty much anything. Oh, he's using the 1. He's going to bank the 4 here and use the 1 to play the cube out towards the center. Oh, he's put English on it. He's hit it very good. Is it going to get there? And it did get there. Billy Thorpe takes a 1-ball lead. Oh, excuse me. Yes, he does take a 1-ball lead. 4 balls to 3. I like this bank. It's a bank you need to practice, but you're just aiming very thin on that 5, and you can 1-rail it, similar to what he just did. Your cue ball is going to go back and forth. Pinch of inside English. You can almost play the cue ball to where it's going 2 rails and back towards the 7 in the stack. I'm kind of surprised he's not shooting at that bank. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, he put left-hand English on it to throw the cue ball down and back over. Perfect speed. Didn't catch a rail. He hit it perfect. Left Justin a bank here. He's overcut it. But he's hit it with the proper speed. Billy might be on the defense here for a moment. He wants that. I don't know if that helped Billy or hurt Billy that it caught the point. Yeah, Justin has the bank on the 7, but if the 3 comes down, he might add a bank on the 3. Oh, look at how good he's hit this. Wow. Wow. Wow, what a hit. Off angle, back cut bank from the bottom rail. Center cup. Both playing for 4. He's got a cut on the 3. And I believe he can draw this cue ball into the 12 and get a shot on the 5. He's overcut it, I think, a hair. Oh, it's coming in. He's got a shot on the 5, playing for 3. Boy, this shot's not this isn't a lot of fun. It's not frozen. Makes the shot a little more difficult. He's overcut it, but it's coming back. And it's in. Justin Hall capitalizing on the shot that Billy, I guess, made a mistake on when the 3 catches the point. He's going for the cross to the 8. Looks a little thin. And it was a little thin. Wow, he got it close. Talk about pressure. Billy has a decision to make. He can either bank the 8 back up or shoot at the 12. This is do or die. He stayed down really well on it. Nice clean shot. Now he'll rip the 8. He put a touch of high inside on that. Killed the cue ball right there. You can't get much closer than this, guys. Hope you're enjoying the match. I'm your host, Scott Frost, aka The Freezer. I thought Justin might cross that to his side of the table, but he elected to just roll onto the right side of it. Billy gonna come off the 8. I just don't want you to wedge the 8 up in there where you can't make it. Okay, that's nice. Very well done. Very good speed, too. Justin Hall gives him a little tap of approval. Now I think he'll cross this to his side, and he has. That deserves a tap of approval as well. Tap, tap. The speed was perfect, pretty much. Yeah, Billy's got some things to be conscious of here, and that blue 2 is one of them. You don't want to pocket that 2 accidentally and leave something for Justin. Billy playing for 3. Justin Hall playing for 2. This is to advance into round 7 without a loss. So he was aware that he didn't want to pocket the 2, and in being aware of that, he couldn't control everything and lost control of the 8. Justin clearly has a bank on this 8. He's even got a 2-railer on the 15, and he could possibly suck down behind the 1. I almost like that more because you're close to the object ball and you're not elevated over the 1. And that's his concern. He just doesn't like being elevated over the 1. Sure, he can bank at the 8, but the problem is if you hit it too long or too short, you're going to leave a return cross corner. I like this shot. All cue ball here. 15 will take care of itself. Below the 1. Oh, he hit it. He hit it differently. He wanted to get the cue ball away, which is okay. I thought he would just go ahead and suck down and make the deuce and put him behind the 1. Maybe that angle wasn't called for. Rail first. Wants this to slow down or hit the 8 or both. Crossing the 15 or, yeah, good control of both balls.
Robert Lewis, table 36.
Billy could take a stab at this
Table
if
36.
this
You're on the clock.
8 is available. I don't know if the kiss is on. Might be on. I'm saying 1 rail back cut because the cue ball is going to come back over to the left side, so it's semi-free if you hit it well. I can't tell. You can't tell from any angle on this shot. If you're at the table, you can feel it more than anything. I think he's just going to bunt it to the right side. That's what he's done. Yeah, I can't blame him there. Boy, that was a thin hit, and I like it. I like it a lot. He's applied more pressure. And pay attention to the 15 ball, guys. That's kind of why Justin forced the 8 down low. Is now Billy has to defend against the 8, but also the 15. So I wouldn't fault Billy for just banking the 15 up towards the side, or the 8, I mean. Yeah, he's overcut it a little bit. Did he get Justin in the kiss? Yeah, he's going to bank at this 15. Boy, it looks tough. Okay, he hit it thick to avoid the kiss. Send this back up towards the side. Play your cue ball down on the bottom rail. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think he was trying to do too much by doubling him up. I think if you just lay it down by the side and lay your cue ball down on the bottom rail, you're good. Justin banking at the 8 now. And he's hit it really good, and that's what he does. That's why I would have blocked the bank if I were Billy. He'll probably look back at this if he loses this game and say, "Man, I could have just bunted the 8 up and blocked that bank." Justin Hall, both guys playing great. Justin Hall for the win here, needing 1. Oh man, what a hit. Did it go? No? Can Billy rip this? Awful tough to rip this ball. Oh, he's ripped it. What a shot. What a shot. Justin's got options. He can cut at it or he can cross it. As good as he banks, I don't blame him for crossing it. Cheap gas, I believe, and short. We still got action, folks. Can he cross this? I don't think the cross is done. He's going to try and draw out of the kiss. And now he's electing to kick behind it. Want to catch full. Just like that. Great hit. But he's left Justin a two-railer. Oh, man. He's hit it nicely. Maybe a hair short, but he hit it nice. Billy's still on the defense. He said, get that thing out of here. I don't know. Did he leave him another two-railer? I think he's left him another two-railer. He's just going to cross this over? Yeah. Pretty impressed with Justin's decisions this match. He's stayed patient and vigilant. He's really stayed in control. I think towards the end here, a little bit more than Billy has. Billy started out with a ball lead as well. I like that shot. Bring one down, put the 15 in play to where you can bank at it. Billy's going to take a bank at this too. Justin would have liked to have caught that a hair thinner. Get your speed right on this bank. Oh, he's overcut it. Oh, he's kind of got away with it by catching the point. Justin does have a two-railer on the 15. Can he pull the cue ball over to this lower rail on our screen? To avoid Billy from shooting the two. He's shooting it, but he's going to have to cut it a little bit in order to draw the cue ball with low right over to the long rail on the right side up there. Yeah, so if he misses this, I would expect him to miss it short. And that's exactly what's happened here. What is Billy thinking? Is it time to go for the three-railer? Is it time to go for the two-railer? Is it time to make the one? I think that's the proper decision. You can't win unless that one's in play. Notice the focus Billy put on getting him on the rail there. I like it. I like it a lot. Justin considering crossing the two to his side, or is he considering banking the one up table and leaving the cue ball on the bottom rail? Looking to see if the 15 banks. That's what he was doing. Well, I mean, it's okay It's not great. Billy's got an opportunity to win. He can knock this one ball down. The cue ball is going to travel 2 rails towards the blue, too, giving him an opportunity on that as well. So it's all about this shot right here. And he knows it. Little outside English to kill the cue ball. He's hit it good. Did he get it there? It's, didn't quite get it there. Maybe a bit worried about that 15. Justin's looking to cross the 1 over. I apologize. He made a nice stun shot. He was pretty flat to be able to do that. So he's hit that very well. Notice the cue ball. It didn't take much angle. So that shot was much more difficult than it looked. Billy kicking at this. He's gotten behind it a little much. Notice the body movement there at the end. And he's left a bank this time for certain. Justin Hall, going at the 1 ball, played an excellent match to advance into round 7 with no losses. And I would put him as a threat to win this tournament. The way I've watched him play this match, I would say the same thing for Billy, except for maybe a couple of mistakes in the latter part of this game. Is he concerned about the kiss? Okay, he's played it into the 15. Well, looky here. Does he have the carom and the 3-railer? What I'm talking about is 3-railing the 15 towards your hole, withdraw, caroming the 1 at the same time towards his hole. He's looking at it now. You've got to draw this ball. It doesn't look like it at this angle, but the 1 is some distance away, and if you're going to hit it with any type of speed, I feel like you're going to have to. It doesn't look like he's got to draw it from this angle, though. But the 1 looks much higher on the 15 than the 15 on this angle. The other angle, it looks lower. Here, at this angle, I think you've got to draw it, and he is drawing it. He's overdrawn it. And this is suicide. And a painful way to lose this match, but I cannot fault him for shooting at it. He hit the 15 too full, and that's why the 1 reacted the way it did, because you notice the 15 came short. All right, well deserved. Justin Hall played a great match, advances to round 7. One of the better matches I've been involved in. I am your host, Scott Frost, the Freezer. Thank you to Railbirds TV. Thank you to the Derby City Classic, and I'll see you at the next one.